Hey artists, today we're going to make these amazing snowy villages. Follow along with me and I'll show you all the steps to create your own. To get started, we want to choose what color blue we would like for the sky. And I think today I'm going to go with a light blue, but it's up to you. Each one gives a different look to your snowy villages picture. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to turn it this way, and that way I have a landscape and I can put lots of my beautiful houses. Underneath, you can grab some white paper and you're going to want to rip a few little pieces to make some snow at the bottom. And when we rip the paper, it gives it that nice kind of snowy, fluffy look. So I want to make sure that I have enough that I can go across the bottom of my page and make it look like snowy hills. I think that's looking pretty good. I might even rip this down a little bit. Perfect. So you're going to grab your glue and you're going to carefully glue your snow to the bottom of your sky. Not using too much, just a really skinny line of glue. Set it down here. Perfect. All right. Now the next thing that we're going to want to do is get some scrap paper, and we're going to make some different houses to be here in the snow. So you can just find some different scraps and decide, the shape of the house you want. I think I'll have a little house here. Now what I like to do is when I put them on, I like to put them behind the snow so it looks like the snow goes up in front of my little house. So that's one house. You probably want 3 or 4 little houses that you can put here. So let's see, maybe I'll have a little yellow house. I'm just looking through my scrap box trying to find just the right scrap. Okay. So I'll have a little yellow house. And maybe a cute little pink house. I might want this house to be a little bit smaller. Perfect. I think I'm even going to have a littler house right here. Okay, so once you have your buildings, you want to go ahead and glue those down onto your page, but you want to tuck them behind your snow so it looks like the snow comes up over the house. And you're going to glue down each one of your little houses. Now that my houses are glued down, I want to choose some colors to be the roof of the house. So I'm going to, you could either do a triangle shape or like a trapezoid shape to be the roof of the house. So I'm going to cut some little roof pieces here. Maybe I'll put that one there. And I'm just going to put a different roof on each house. Now I have my little houses and they each have a roof. So I'm going to take some different paper scraps now and I'm going to start making some windows and doors for my houses. So for my windows, I could just do some regular rectangle windows. Sometimes I see really tall, skinny windows that I think look neat, so we could do something like that. I've also seen circular shaped windows. So maybe I will get a piece of paper and make a window that's more of a circle shape. And I want to make sure I put a door on my houses. Some doors can have a round top and some doors might be rectangular. And you're going to get to decide as you are decorating your house. So we're just kind of going through the scrap box and choosing different colors that work for our picture. There's my door for that house. And a little door for this house. So now we're going to add lots of windows and doors to each of our homes. Now that we've got all these windows and doors, we can start using our colored pencils and markers to start adding some details to these. So I can take my markers and I can put some decoration around my windows. Maybe to be like that wood part that goes around the outside. And it's totally up to you what you want to add on here. And then maybe I'll get my black marker and put the little piece that goes inside of the window. So that's making that stand out nicely. I can put the little parts of the window inside of here. I can put a little doorknob. So we're just going ahead and adding some different details. I think what also looks neat is to add some texture to the roof. So I could put some little texture on my roof. So just taking your colored pencils or markers or colored pencil sticks and adding some of those little decorations. Maybe my house will have a little wreath at the door. I could put like a little wreath on the door. Maybe with a little bow. That looks nice. Maybe this house will have a little welcome sign. And we can just add decorations all over using our colored pencils. Once you've got all your windows and doors, then you can add in some trees or a fence or kind of whatever you're thinking. So I am thinking I would like to have some little trees. Maybe I'll put a little tree right here. So I know that most trees in the winter are not going to have any leaves, but my evergreen trees, my pine trees, will have some green leaves, like the pine needles. So I'm going to put that on this tree. So I just kind of drew that part, and then I'm going to get here, and then I just add in this part of the tree here. So you could be adding in trees, you could have a little bird on the roof, or a little dog sitting outside, or a cat on the fence. That is up to you. So now we're just adding any extra details. Maybe you'll put a little mailbox outside, whatever you'd like to add. So I've got that tree there. Maybe over here, I'll just put like a little bush. A little pine bush. And then I might put a tree that just doesn't have any leaves. A nice winter tree. And then maybe we'll also put a little fence. So I'm putting a little fence post. And then I can put the little pieces of fence that go along here. Perfect. What else could we add to this picture before we start adding our snow? I guess if you wanted, you could have a little chimney on your roof. Maybe I'll put a chimney on this roof too. And we could put a little bird on the roof. Just kind of sitting there. Or maybe a little cat down here. So we're just adding in some fun details before we get our white paint and start adding that snow. There's my little cat in the snow, my bird on the roof. I've got some trees, I've got my fence. I think my little winter village is ready for snow. So we need to get our white paint and a little tiny paintbrush. Okay, now I've got my paint, and the first thing I want us to do is put a little bit of snow where it has fallen on top of the roof. So we're gonna just take our white paint and we're gonna put a little bit of snow that is piled up on the roof of the house. So we're gonna put a little bit of snow up there on the roof. Of each little house, we'll just put a little bit of that snow. It's looking really cool already. All right. Something else we could do once we get all this snow on here is very lightly with our brush, we could just make some little bits of steam or smoke coming out of the chimney. So that would be smoke. Just like that, not too much. And now we are gonna put snow all over the place. So with your brush, you don't wanna push really hard. If I were to push really hard with the brush, it looks like that. And I don't know if that really looks like snow. That's really big. So what I'm gonna say is take your brush and just gently little dots. I am barely touching the paper, and then I get the perfect size little snow dots. Now what's gonna look cool is we're gonna make it look like it's snowing, so there will be snow falling right in front of the house. So we're gonna put little dots of snow on the house. and in the sky. And so this is going to take us some time. We're not in a rush. We've got our whole little winter village, little winter neighborhood made up, and now we're just putting the snow on. And that's what's going to make this look so amazing, is this beautiful snowy picture and our little drops of snow. Remember, if you push too hard, you're going to get these big blobs, so be very gentle with your brush. Dip in and then barely touch your hand down to make your little drops of snow. And this is how we are going to finish our picture. This is the final step. Just putting those little drops. I might even come down here and put some drops of snow down, falling in front of the snow. You wouldn't think you could see the white snow on top of the white paper snow, but you sure can. And it looks neat to do that. So just gently putting this all over. All right, I've got snow everywhere. I'm going to put a little bit of snow just kind of sitting on my tree, because sometimes when it snows, I see that the snow collects on top of the tree. So I'll put a little bit of snow sitting there. And I've got my snowflakes falling everywhere. Maybe a little snow on this tree too. And I think I am just about finished here. And I cannot wait to see the snow villages that you create. That looks awesome.